Up number 1 Ohio State visiting Washington in a battle of unbeatens. Damon Williams Jr. and the Huskies second in FBS in points per game at 55.7 behind only Florida State. Ohio State first in FBS in points per game allowed, giving up just 5.3 per. Washington 113-1 all time against top-ranked teams, including 0-4 at home. Buckeyes are 8.5-point road favorites. We've got 4 ranked-on-ranked matchups in Week 5. First at noon Eastern, number 21 USC visiting number 23 Illinois. You could argue that Illinois doesn't belong in the top 25 after getting absolutely crushed by Indiana last week. Then at 3:30 Eastern, number 4 LSU clashing with number 13 Ole Miss. In the nightcap, number 17 Alabama renewing pleasantries with number 5 Georgia. The slate highlighted by a top 10 matchup. Third-ranked Penn State hosting number 6 Oregon, where it'll be a whiteout in Happy Valley. The Nittany Lions have won 6 straight whiteout games. Welcome in certified ball knowers, former Louisiana running back Emory Hunt and valued member of the Cover 3 podcast, Tom Fornelli, here to deliver their tippy-top wagers for Week 5. But first, I'd like to formally apologize to Emory when I doubted his Texas Tech pick last week. I had Utah in that game, and the Red Raiders dominated. I said, you don't just walk into Rice-Eccles Stadium and get a win, and the Red Raiders just walked into Rice-Eccles Stadium and got a win. Emory, I'll own my mistake. I should not have doubted your pick. I apologize to you, my friend.
Hey, Texas money, oil money, free state tax money, all that goes a long way. They didn't care if it was Utah or the moon. They was going there to get a win.
All right, well, let's get into your Week 5 selection. Start with your big dog of the week, Tom. Who's an underdog of at least a touchdown or greater that you think will be barking?
Yeah, I'm going to go with a 3-touchdown underdog on the road against an SEC opponent. Give me Utah State plus 22.5 playing at Vanderbilt. First of all, I think Utah State, it's been undervalued on the market the entire season. It continues to be undervalued on the market. I don't believe people really understand how much better this team is than the team that we saw last year. Bronco Mendenhall has come in. He has improved this program from the bottom up. They're just a cleaner, more fundamental, sound football team, and it's shown on the field. As far as Vanderbilt's concerned, I think the Commodores are a very good SEC team. I also think they're a team that relies a lot on their quarterback, Diego Pavia, to carry the ball and take hits. Well, they've got a road game next week against Alabama, which is a team they beat last year, and it's a team they want to go beat again this year. I would fully expect that we're probably going to see Diego Pavia maybe not get as many carries in this game. Vandy just try to get a lead early and then go home without getting anybody hurt. So I really like the Aggies plus 22.5 here.
This is a situation where one team is doing everything it can to be noticed, and we're still not talking about them. That's Mississippi State. This is the equivalent of the kid falling out in the middle of the store, flailing their arms and crying because, hey, listen, they did a great job in beating Arizona State. They should be favored in this ball game against Tennessee, but they're 7.5-point underdogs. I am taking the Bulldogs plus the points here. I think they could outright win this ball game. I like their defense a little bit more than Tennessee. This one's going to be fun nonetheless, high scoring. Definitely take them plus the points.
All right, little dogs got to eat too. Let's get a smaller underdog who you like to cover the number less than a touchdown. Tom, who are you targeting here in Week 5?
Yeah, we're going to go one of those biggest games of the weekend there, the Big Ten championship game rematch between Oregon and Penn State. Give me Oregon plus 3.5. I know Penn State has been fantastic in whiteout games at home at night, but they haven't played anybody that's in the top 10 in those games. And, well, we all know James Franklin's record against top 10 teams. For those of you who don't, he's 4-16. That includes 3-11 when his own team is ranked in the top 10. It has not gone well for the Nittany Lions in these situations. And also, to be blunt, I'm concerned about what I've seen from the Nittany Lions so far this year. I know their non-conference slate has been a cupcake, but they just haven't looked very good. Even if they're going half speed, I would expect them to look a lot more efficient than they have. Oregon, meanwhile, they've been going full speed from the first snap of the season. They boat raced Oklahoma State. They went on the road. They beat Northwestern, gave up a couple touchdowns late to lose a cover for me, but I've forgiven them for that because I think they're going to go on the road here, hold on and cover, and very likely win outright.
Arizona and Iowa State, one of those sneaky games on a schedule that you like, man, this game is really doggone good. I think Arizona's defense is significantly better this season as opposed to what it was supposed to be last year. Now, they're not quite Desert Swarm, but they're still pretty doggone good. And I think the way Iowa State plays football games, this game will be a lot closer than a 6.5-point spread. So give me Arizona plus the points here. I like how Noah Fafita is playing ball, but the defense more so than anything will help keep this one under this number.
All right, now for a chalky play, a double-digit favorite that will get us to the window. Tom, where are you taking us?
Yeah, I'm going to go after a dead team walk-in. Virginia Tech was one of the first teams to fire their coach this year, and I am not expecting a dead coach bounce because, frankly, this team looked like it had quit even before they fired Brent Pry, so I have a feeling that they're probably just going to be starting to look for next year, maybe going to be looking for a new place to play, thinking about entering the transfer portal. And here comes NC State, a team that defensively has been kind of suspect at times. They've given up a few too many big plays, but on the offensive side of the ball, between C.J. Bailey at quarterback, the wonderfully named Hollywood Smothers at running back, and Justin Jolly at tight end. They've got three very good weapons. I think they're going to stunt on the Hokies, lay the points with NC State.
Memphis may have gotten lucky last week with Arkansas with the running back fumbling as he's running into the end zone, but that aside, it's still a win for Memphis. They are still undefeated. They may be the Group of 5 representative in the postseason. I don't think they're in a letdown spot here against Florida Atlantic. I will lay the 13.5 points with the Tigers. I feel like they are looking at this like, hey, this is our moment. This is our opportunity. We can put together a nice little run here to get to the AAC championship game, and it starts with them not taking their foot off the gas against the Owls.
All right, now for my favorite part of the segment, a lunch money parlay. Tom, what'd you put together for us in Week 5?
Yeah, we've got a little money line parlay of 3 underdogs who I think have very good chances to go on the road and pick up wins this weekend. Give me the TCU money line against Arizona State. LSU is a very small dog against Ole Miss. I love their defense. I think it's the best unit in this game. I think that gives them an edge in what should be a close contest. And give me UCF going on the road against a Kansas State team that has kind of given me vibes of Virginia Tech and Oklahoma State this year. I don't know if it's the going to Ireland curse and coming back, but this has been a very bad season for Kansas State, and I think it gets a little bit worse on Saturday.
This is me saving all of my calories for dessert. I don't want no bread. I don't want no appetizer. I want the big chocolate cake at the end. My parlay is a 16 parlay, 3 money line. Got Rhode Island going to Western Michigan in Kalamazoo and beating the brakes off of the Broncos. I do like USC to win straight up over Illinois. Sorry, Tom. And I like Texas A&M to get the win as well. Ole Miss, I don't care if it's Trinidad Chambers, Trinidad James, Trinidad Tobago. I'm taking Ole Miss over LSU because they got offense. Like Washington plus the points, and I'm laying the 4.5 with Louisiana Tech and El Paso. They gave some respect to UTEP playing at home, but it won't matter. Louisiana Tech beats them by 20 plus points. Lay the 4.5, and we have ourselves a nice little brunch parlay.
Trinidad and Tobago, they scored in Mighty Ducks 2, I think, and everybody went crazy. So maybe they'll score for you. Emory Hunt and Tom Fornelli putting knowledge in your mind so you can put money in your pocket. Men, thank you. Appreciate that. Hey, for all things college football, check out the Cover 3 podcast